Southside 457.
Did you know that the South Side on Lamar is a National Historic Building?
This building tells a story.
I need a story to connect to with my heart.
There are so many stories in this building.
I wanted to teach other people how to naturally love themselves, and so I ventured into the field of opening my own spot.
There are people in this building with a passion to share what they know.
When I share my knowledge and my skills and my gift, I'm serving my purpose.
Preachers, teachers, architects, attorneys, engineers, artists of all kinds in this building.
What makes this place tick to me and makes it exciting is the combination of so many different kinds of people.
It's like a melting pot.
It's like a melting pot.
15 years, I've never regretted being here at Southside.
Welcome to the Southside 457 podcast. I'm your host, Walter Johnson Jr. Let's get it on. You can't miss the princess.
Listen, Linda, listen.
Southside 457.
Welcome to the Southside 457 podcast. I'm your host, Walter Johnson Jr., and today we have another special guest, Mrs. Carla Victoria Troncoso. She is a yoga instructor, and she's here at the Southside on Lamar, so come and visit her. But for now, check her out. How are you?
I'm good.
So, one of the questions that I ask everybody, first of all, you good?
I'm good.
Okay. You good? All right. So one of the first questions I always ask everybody is like, how did you get to the South Side? Because this is not a place you just bump into. Like, oh, I just accidentally ended up here at the South Side. So usually somebody introduces you here to the place or whatever. So what was your story on how did you get here?
How did I find Southside?
How did you find Southside?
I found Southside through my fiance. He lived here.
That's a good place to find it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good reason.
You're right. I've seen it driving to downtown, right? The big old Southside on Lamar sign. But it was him.
So how long have you been here?
I've been here 5 years.
Okay. So what do you think about it?
It's artistic. It's different. It's very artsy. The exposed pipes and the tall ceilings, it makes it very unique. I was a little afraid at first because, the hallways look all the same. It felt like a maze.
Yeah.
I was really scared to get lost because it's a huge building. But once I learned like the exits, because every time we would leave, it would be like, oh, there's another entrance. Oh, there's another exit. Like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get lost.
So you've been here for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me, how does living here differ from any other place that you've lived? I think you just said it.
The atmosphere for sure too, even just the people that live in the building, I feel are very artistic, creative. Just going into the different lofts, everybody has such a cool, unique vibe to their space. Colorful, unique, just unique. Does that answer the question?
So tell us a little bit about you, because you do yoga. So how did you get into yoga? Where did that come from? Where are you from? all the things, like
all the things.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll start with, I actually went to culinary school.
Oh.
So I am a pastry chef.
Okay.
And
which school?
This is the Art Institute in Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay.
This is a really important part of the story because after I graduated, I started working like a lot.
In the industry?
In the industry, two jobs, 2 bakeries from like 4 a.m. all the way to like 11:30 midnight. So it was a lot of labor. It was very physical. My back was hurting, my feet were hurting, just my whole body was aching. and I was really young to be in so much pain. So I didn't like that. I'm like, okay, this is too much. So I stumbled upon yoga. So
Okay, hold on a second. You said you stumbled upon it. How did you stumble upon it?
Hold on, I'm thinking back on my story. My cousin had mentioned yoga. He had videos. It was part of like just like workout program, and they had like yoga sessions in the program. So he's like, you should try yoga. That'd probably help your back. Like, okay, so I turned on the video and I tried the little yoga video, and it was awful. I didn't know what I was doing. I'm like down dogging with my head, like that didn't feel very peaceful, or I don't feel like it helped. So I wanted to go to a studio.
Okay.
Like I wanted to go in person. I imagined it would be different. I would get help like from the teachers. So I searched a local studio and I found one in what's it called? In South Lake, because I was living in Grapevine. So a local studio in South Lake, they had a little promotion. So I went with my mom. That's like a Mother's Day mom-daughter thing. And I felt it was hot yoga. So I was like sweating and I felt so good.
Bikram?
Different. Yeah. In Bikram it is hot, but they have like a certain temperature,
Gotcha.
Humidity.
Yeah. So that's what it was that you were doing, the Bikram?
Hot yoga.
Oh wow, it's different, huh?
Different, yeah.
I've never done hot. I thought Bikram was hot.
It is hot too.
Okay.
But it has a very specific style to it.
So tell me more.
Tell you more. So I went and I felt really good. I'm like, I want to keep doing this. So every evening I would go and it just slowly just feeling better. But I really liked the instructors. I liked the yogis. Like I had never been around this kind of environment before. And
what was the most, I guess, appealing part? Was it just the culture and the atmosphere, or what?
Definitely. Yeah. And just being seen, like the teachers, like every single teacher knew my name.
Oh, wow.
And they made it a point to know everybody's name, and they would get to know you, get to know your story. So I felt very welcome.
So it was like a yoga podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like a yoga podcast. So I continued to meet the instructors, and they have a yoga teacher training program. And I was interested, and then finally I'm like, okay, you know what? I think I could do this. I want to teach this, because I kept like telling people, you should do yoga. My family, I'm like, you guys need to do yoga. I didn't grow up doing yoga. Yeah. So I'm like, you should do yoga. Like everybody come with me to yoga. So I'm like, okay, I feel like I should look into this teacher thing. So I did. So I looked it up, looked at timing. I had a full-time job. I'm like, okay, how could I make this work? Because it's a 3-week intensive program.
Because you're still a chef.
I'm still a chef. Okay. Yes. I am working at this point at Central Market.
So were you aching when you were working there? All day long?
Not as bad, no.
Okay.
No, because I was consistent in my practice. So I'm like, man, I felt so good. And then I would go to work and be kind of,
Gotcha.
So I went through my teacher training program. I loved it. Changed my life. Like it was amazing.
Was that a long process to go through?
3 weeks.
3 weeks, okay.
Mm-hmm. It was all day, so intensive. It was all day. I would have weekends, but I was working.
Yeah. So, fast forward. You're a yoga instructor, and you're a chef. When do you say, okay, hold on a minute. Let me stop this cooking and baking and all these things, and let me go stretch for a living. and teach people to stretch for a living and to the wellness, right, area.
Mm-hmm.
Because you went from bakery and stuff. That's not quite wellness, is it?
No, it wasn't.
So
And
you went
could-
from that to wellness. So how what was the moment that you just knew that this is what you were going to do when you were going to leave the culinary arts and you have to face all of the characters that want to come in and give their opinion about what you're doing with your life and all those kinds of things.
Man.
So tell me.
Oh man. Man, it feels like you were there. Like what?
I just understand it a little bit. Just
Yeah,
a
yeah.
little bit.
Like the
my son went to culinary school.
Did he?
He went to CIA
Okay, yeah.
in San Antonio. And anyways, so anyways, but we'll talk about that a little later. Go ahead. He's no longer there.
Okay. So when
But
did
he's
I
happy.
know? I went through my training. It was after my training I graduated, and now I'm starting to teach. And I told the owner I want to do this full time because I was doing both. He said the baking industry versus the yoga wellness, there's a huge difference in the people, in the environment, the energy. So
He said,
like, I wanna-
please don't do that just yet. Bring the cakes first. Bring all of that I need.
She said the first part. She's like, don't do that yet. I can't give you full time hours. You have full time, you have benefits. Don't leave. I'm like,
I'm not. Yeah, I get it. Go ahead.
I'm like, okay. So I just had to keep doing what I was doing. I started teaching a little more. And then owner, opened up a new studio in Fort Worth. She's like, hey, Carla, I need someone to help me run the studio. I need someone to teach. And that's when I'm like, this is my sign.
It's the transition.
Bye food
You threw up
industry.
the
I was
deuces?
waiting. Yeah, I was waiting for
How long
this
did it
opportunity.
take you to give? How long did it take you to finally to say? Or you've been waiting for that?
I was
opportunity?
waiting. Like whenever she gave me like the green light, like, hey, I could give you full time hours.
Yeah.
I was already had my suitcase like ready to go. So it was then. She's like, okay, I'm opening up the studio. Okay, when are you opening?
So tell me
I'll be
this:
there.
what about being a yoga instructor fascinated you enough to quit, the culinary industry? Because that's obvious. You obviously was passionate about it. So, like, how does something like yoga like overshadow a passion that had pulled you so far into your life to where you're sacrificed time and energy and muscle pain and and all these things to where you made the sacrifice to go to school and like, how did yoga just say, you know what, this is what I want to do, and you knew it? Like, what was a moment that you just knew it?
I feel like, so with baking, the passion, it's a lot of work, physical, and it's a lot of late hours. It takes a long time. It's a long process. But really, like the moment of when you give the cake to the client, that's when you get the, they're happy. It's a celebration usually, right? Marriage, baby, anniversary.
Yeah, it's around
like, it's that
special
moment.
occasions.
Usually I've worked so hard to put this thing together in its display for a little bit, and then
they destroy it.
I'm like, I worked so hard on that. Like, can we just leave it display for just
I've
a little
seen
longer?
Isaac, the producer over here. He's destroyed many of cakes
Really?
by himself.
So I think for me,
And pastries. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Me, with yoga, it's rewarding throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
With the cake, baking, yes, it's a nice sweet treat. It's nice, but like leading up to it, it's a lot of work. I don't know if people realize like the work. You can't do a cake in one day. There's no way. You have to bake the cake and you got to let it cool. And then you got to make all the little things.
So you said you can't bake a cake in one day?
Like a whole like tier
Okay, I
thing?
get it,
No.
I get it.
Like just like a basic.
I got it. I'm like, well, I've been doing it wrong. I
Well, you
bake
gotta
cake
let it
in
cool.
a couple hours.
You can't put icing on there because it just melts off of it. It's just a lot of steps. So with yoga, I felt like, for me personally, I was enjoying the whole, like every part of it. I felt fulfilled. I felt good. I felt happy, calm.
Did you? Because when you're a bakery, when you're in a bakery and you're baking, you're like behind the scenes. It's like being behind the camera instead of when you're doing yoga, you're in front of the camera. Was there anything to kind of get over? Like, or did you just feel natural? Like,
oh my gosh, no, it was not natural.
So explain that.
No. So it was out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
So growing up, I was very quiet.
Where'd you grow up?
South Texas.
Okay.
Very, very shy. So for me to want to teach, right? Because it's public speaking. So for me to want to, but there's this like discomfort of just speaking up because I didn't do it. It was very uncomfortable.
You're like, dude, what'd you say? You know, the dog, just do
the
it.
dog. So it was interesting because I would go and I would teach. I would be nervous. But once I got in there and I started to teach the poses, it felt right. It felt like, wait, why haven't I been doing this? So I found my voice. I definitely found my voice in teaching. And I didn't realize I actually really love it. Like,
how long have you been doing it now?
10 years.
Oh, wow.
I just hit 10 years in February.
So why should people be interested in yoga? What's the benefits and like what you know?
What are the benefits? Well, physical for sure. You're stretching, you're moving your body. My partner just said just yesterday, like we were given this body to move, and in just today's world, we sit, right? We're constantly sitting when we should be moving, we should be dancing, yoga, stretching. So physical. And I went in with that mindset, this is going to help me physically. And I didn't realize that it was also mental. Breathing, how that helps calm you. So you're practicing on the mat, but once you start doing it consistently, you start to also do it off the mat. Okay, I'm getting a little worked up. I'm a little nervous. I'm anxious. Let me slow down. Let me catch my breath.
Okay, so before we move on,
Yeah.
give an example of how people can breathe, how they should breathe when they're in those frustrating moments and they need to calm down, or they're angry, or they're just, overwhelmed or something. How should they breathe?
How should they
And
breathe?
1, 2, 3, teach. Teach
Take
me.
a moment. Yeah. Just take a moment.
Okay, I got
Pause,
the
because
moment. I'm pausing.
most likely you're doing like 20 things.
Yeah, I'm doing 50 things.
Or your head is like all over the place, right?
all over the place.
So you want to like pause.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, like put your feet down.
Okay.
Relax your shoulders.
You said do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Close your eyes.
Close my eyes. I'm scared now. I don't know what you got to do.
Okay, relax your shoulders.
Oh,
Okay.
my neck pop. Go ahead.
Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth.
I'm sorry. That's
Do you
Isaac.
feel relaxed?
I feel relaxed. I feel like I could just go to sleep. Probably because I've been up all night long. It's okay.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. Yeah.
I feel too comfortable.
You feel
I'm
more
ready to go to
grounded?
sleep now. Yeah. I feel like I can. Anyways, I feel like I can be a yoga instructor now.
I mean, it definitely is a passion. it's
So tell me, okay, so you're doing yoga, you're working for this lady, and you work for yourself now, right?
I do work for myself.
Okay, so how long did you work for somebody, and when did you start working for yourself? And then there's a challenge, another challenge, because those are the other person's clients, right? And then you can't take their clients, or I don't know how that works. But then you have but I do know that as an entrepreneur, you have to be able to make this make sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that there's a leap. So what was that like? Like, because it's one thing, okay, you're a baker, you're a yoga instructor, and then now you just said, I'm not going to bake anymore for a living, and I'm going to become a yoga instructor. And then you move, or you start training in Fort Worth, or you started doing it in Fort Worth, and then you did that, and then now you're doing your own thing. When did you decide you wanted to do have your own yoga practice? Did you say practice or
Studio.
studio? Yeah. When did you decide that?
So I worked for this corporate studio for 5 years. So I started off as assistant manager and was teaching like 5 classes a day. And when the manager left, then I became manager. So I was learning also the back end,
The business.
admin, business part of it. So for my business, it's called Mamacita Yoga. It is focused on prenatal, so pregnant women.
So niche.
It's very niche.
There you go.
So I would have pregnant women come into the studio, and we only had a handful of modifications for them. I wanted to help them more. There's something inside of me that wants to help them, and I only had just those.
So you baked them a cake and said, this is how you stretch.
I mean, I did some cakes here and there, like throughout, but I would, after class, help them more. I'm like, okay, I want to learn more. I need to get more knowledge on this. So I got my prenatal yoga certification. And it was
So it's
really,
a separate certification.
it's separate, yes.
Okay.
So completely focused on them. I wanted to go to an in-person class, and it was really hard to find, actually. So I went all the way to Massachusetts to get my certification.
And that was another 3 weeks?
That one was a long weekend. No, a week. It was a full week.
Okay. Because they didn't have to go over the basics of the theory.
Right. You have to already be just yoga
Instructor,
certified.
yeah.
This is an add-on, basically. So I would have those students. I went to get my training. I come back. At this point, man, I could do this.
Yeah.
I want to do this. So now I have the training. There's pregnant women out in the world now. Like, where am I going to teach them? So that's how Mamacita Yoga was
So how did you
born.
How did you tell your place that you were working at that, I'm going to do my own thing and I'm going to go teach pregnant women to do this?
How did I
How was
tell
that
them?
hard? Was it hard?
It was hard because I got really close to the students
Yeah.
and the teachers. It's definitely a family, my yogi family. How did I tell her? I was just ready for something new, something different.
So were you building up your clients on the side or
During
was
this
it, or
time?
was it just cold? And you had to
So there was still some pregnant women at the studio. I'm like, hey, I just need to practice now.
Yeah.
Like, can I teach you some practice classes? And I'm like, yeah. So I started already practicing with my friends already. And when I had no clue what I was doing.
yeah.
Like, okay, I'm going to start a business. Okay. But I had no idea what all came with that. But I had the name. I had one of my art friends draw out the Mamacita logo.
And how long?
So I had my business cards and I had my name.
How long has Mamacita been active? Like, how long have you been doing it under Mamacita?
5 years.
5 years. Okay, so half of your career you've done it. So
Prenatal.
that's
yeah.
good. So what's the difference between working for somebody else and doing it for yourself as far as your own business?
It's amazing and scary
Yeah.
at the same time.
In what kind of way?
Which part? Both.
Amazing, scary.
Amazing because you work for yourself. You build your schedule.
Yeah.
But also scary because, I mean, you're not just going somewhere to work and get the check.
So the financial part is the scary part because you
Yeah.
don't know where your money is coming from or if it's
Exactly.
going to come. You trust that it's going to come. That's the reason why you took the leap.
So exactly.
But, you know, so it's obviously successful. That's why we're here talking about it and everything else. So how did you get over that, the scary part?
I still have the scary part. I
wow.
think
I get it.
I think it just comes with being an entrepreneur. You're going to have these moments of, because you're growing. You're growing. So then you have new problems.
So now you said entrepreneurship, okay?
Yeah.
What would you tell people about wanting to start their own business? Whatever it is. Anything that you've learned?
I've learned a lot of stuff.
I don't know.
Like, where do I start? My list. If somebody wants to start a business, yes, do it. I think before doing it, don't just leave cold turkey. There's a plan.
So leave warm
leave
turkey?
a plan. Yeah.
Hot turkey.
That's a saying.
Leave
right? Cold
catfish.
turkey.
What? It is a saying.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I'm like, did I just
Did I just say something?
bomb that?
No. I just made the warm turkey. You're like,
Well, that's funny.
She said, "Is that?"
I think so. What I did, what did I do? I would tell them to don't leave their job. Just you make a plan, save some money, and that's what I did. I had enough money to figure out, sustain myself for a little bit, and then I realized, because COVID. I started this right before COVID.
Yeah.
So that put a really big wrinkle in this whole thing. Because now I left to have some money, right, to sustain me.
That's crazy. I'm thinking about that. I'm like, whoa,
Yeah,
that was
right
5
before.
years ago.
So I started just renting studios, dance studio spots, because I didn't want to get a place. I didn't know where I wanted to go. Route down yet. So I was trying to test locations, and then COVID, right? Just everything shutting down. I had finally found a yoga studio, just beautiful studio. I was gonna rent their space and I have to haul all my things. And even that one was gonna be canceled because group stuff is being canceled.
Yeah.
Flights are being canceled. That was my last one there at the yoga studio. And then we were shut down. So it had to come to a halt. I did try some video, live classes. It just wasn't the same.
Okay, so we're wrapping up, but one of the last questions is, what's the biggest reward in you pretty much changed the whole trajectory of where your life is going with baking and your whole career and doing yoga. I mean, that's an about face, I guess you say it, right? Oh, is it about face? About face? I don't even know. I've never gone to the army. I just see people say it. But anyway, you know what I'm talking about. That's a complete 180. You were going this way and now you're going this way.
Yeah.
So, did I forget what I just asked you?
I don't think I heard a question.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Can you let her elaborate how she came to, because COVID hit. I didn't get to hear how
She wants to know what happens after COVID.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so yeah. I thought she was done telling her story and she didn't want to say anything else.
Tell her how she overcame it.
Okay, so
Okay.
I got it. So dealing with COVID, and obviously you're successful. So how did you get over that hurdle?
So there's 2 years that I had to pause.
So you didn't do it for 2 years?
For 2 years.
Okay.
Thankfully, there was a job that came up through a connection, through a student that I met at the corporate studio. So I had a full-time job for 2 years. But after that, once the world started opening up again and I was ready, like, okay, it's time to open up Mamacita again, start classes. So it was 2 years later. And since then, I've been back at it, offering more and more classes. And
Okay.
that's when I started here at Southside, was when I came back after COVID, was here in Southside.
Okay. So after you did that, you done that, and you I don't even know. I
I'm
forgot.
trying to see how you going back into
Well, no, I forgot the question. I really wanted to ask her that question, but I forgot
Yeah,
the
you were
what was
talking about from
what was the question?
bacon to the yoga thing.
Yeah, but there was-
big 180.
But there was a reason I asked her that question. But anyways, I guess the question is, like, you made such a directional change in your life, and that takes a lot out of somebody, because that's a major decision to stop doing what you have planned to do, and then, like, okay, let me just not, like, it's like an attorney saying, I don't want to be an attorney anymore, I want to be a baker or something like that. It's
Yeah.
complete, different. So are you happy with the decision you made, and what would you tell people who are stuck in their careers that they chose, but who feel stuck, but they want, to be artist or something like that? Like, how would you tell them to go for it? Like, how? Because you're obviously successful in your own right. Like, so how would you encourage them, like, to
Am I happy? Yes, absolutely. Extremely happy. I think that's
Are you glad you did it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. How would I encourage someone to choose art or do the thing that they're really passionate about? Life's too short to not do it. I think when you first start, there's a purpose to it. And I think that's what makes us unique, right? I'm never not going to be a baker anymore. That's a skill that I have that makes like building this unique part of my story. So now I'm a prenatal yoga teacher that can bake lactation cookies for my moms, right? Like it's unique. So I think there should be a plan as far as like saving money, so you feel like, because that is a super stressful
So the
part.
financials part,
Yeah,
the
financially
foundation
save,
and the
yes.
stability part.
And then I think we're all called here to do something, and there's a reason why you're passionate about it. So share it with the world. And
So what I'm hearing is, go for it.
do it.
What do you have to lose? Because we're all
Yeah.
going to lose this life at some point, anytime. So you might as well live it before you lose it. Ha! There we go.
That's a wrap. Yeah, I believe so. Because I'm, and that's how I know when I'm doing something, like I'm really excited. I'm like, I know I'm supposed to be doing this.
Yeah.
When there's this like, I kind of don't.
Or it should. Your career shouldn't feel like pulling teeth every day, unless you're a dentist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You made yourself laugh. Yes, like a dentist.
Man, I'm my favorite. I'm my favorite comedian.
I could tell.
And Isaac.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Okay.
So, is there anything that I didn't ask you that you want to share? Because the comedy show will be ending soon.
Well, that there's a prenatal yoga studio here in Dallas.
You beat me to it. I was going to say,
is
so
that
give
how-
them the information. And all.
Oh, okay.
So, but see,
But
this is
that is,
this is
yeah, I
entrepreneurship
just-
at its finest.
I wanna-
Stepping out front and saying, "Look,
Yeah, I have a passion for helping pregnant postpartum mommies. It's a big milestone for them, and there's a reason why I'm here to help. So during the pregnancy and even after.
okay, so okay, you know what? What I want to ask before we end the show, I want you to go in just a little bit about what you offer pregnant women, like what it does. What does yoga do for pregnant women, and why pregnant women should actually consider taking yoga classes before giving birth?
So in prenatal, it's a lot of prep also for labor and delivery. So yes, not only the physical, her body's changing, it's all safe, modified postures for her so she feels safe, the baby's safe. And what kind of classes do I offer? The prenatal bar class, so a little more active.
Prenatal bar?
Mm-hmm.
What is that exactly?
So we use a ballet bar. It's isometric movements. We're moving to the beat of the music. So we got a little mix of yoga, Pilates, little weight training, just slight 2-pound weights, but we're targeting smaller muscle groups.
Gotcha.
So that's bar. Prenatal yoga, where it's just mommy and her baby, or babies if they're twins. Couples prenatal class, so mommy and her partner will come and they practice together. And also postpartum, so after mommy has the baby, then mommy and me, so mommy comes with the baby, and then daddy and me, so dad comes with the baby to practice together. So benefits of it,
So many.
so many, like we're
So many.
physical, keep her body movement as her body's changing. There might be some places where it's getting tight, a lot of stress, anxiety, because I get a lot of first-time mommies, just overwhelming. So with the
They
mental,
tense up.
yeah. So physical, slow down, breathe. Her and baby are calming down, but also prepping for labor. So a lot of the movements she does during
Birth.
Yeah.
Birthing.
Yeah. And so I'm a doula.
So it's preparation.
Preparation.
Yeah.
I'm a doula as well. So really incorporating and telling them, okay, we're in this pose, but
So you're actually there. You're teaching them to stretch. Then you're actually there when the babies are entering the world.
yeah.
Oh my goodness, the show can't be over now. So what's that like? Like you're there. Like, do you have any children of your own?
I have 2 stepdaughters.
Okay. Wow. So what's that like? Like being in the room. Like for you. Have you ever been before you were a doula? Were you ever in the room with anybody who was giving birth? That was giving birth. So what was the first time like when you were in the room? Because for me, when my son was born, my oldest son, it was like euphoria. It was like what the
Just happened.
Like, and it's just like it was crazy. It's I don't know. I was like, anyway, there's a whole bunch of things that I was thinking, a whole bunch of things. But anyways, I digressed.
So what was it?
What was it like for you?
It's such an honor to be a part of. So the mommies ask me to be there. So it's like their partner and then me usually. So to be one of the first people to meet baby earthbound, it's such an honor. And being there for her, keeping her calm, keeping her grounded, keeping her moving, because so much thing could go like in so many different directions. So being able to, hey, no, it's okay. Stay with me, stay present. And that's what they're wanting, that peace, that calm.
But you have to be physical fit. You have to be physically fit to actually do that too, because there's a lot of, you got to hold the legs, you got to do this, and they're like pushing you and doing it. So you can't just be it takes you to be a certain, at a certain physical level. What's the word I'm looking for? Anyways, it takes you to be, you got to be fit in some kind of way to deal with that, right? I don't mean you going to wrestling. I don't mean you going there.
I don't know what.
I don't mean you go in there and start wrestling.
I'm
The
not
lady's
sure.
giving birth.
I'm not sure what kind of birth you were a part of. What happened?
I'm traumatized.
What happened in the labor room? Jeez. Because that is not.
That's what it sounded like. Like you going to wrestling? You going there? Oh man, I don't know. I got
Oh my
this.
God.
I got this image of a doula in my mind. It's just
Some like sumo wrestler.
Superwoman.
Oh my
Sumo
God.
wrestler.
I need a tissue.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, you have a tissue.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, it's hot.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
but anyway, we're gonna keep it rolling. Keep it rolling.
Hey, doula sound like a wrestler.
Keep it rolling. Just keep it rolling. Keep it rolling.
Okay. So I'm not sure what kind of birth you witnessed. That sounds really intense.
Two of them. But anyways, go ahead.
What was the question?
You said you're not sure what kind of birth.
You were a part of.
I was like, what was that experience like?
as-
Yeah, the first time.
You're on call. You don't know when the baby's gonna come. You're up with her throughout the night, like a couple days. Like you're exhausted because you're up with her, trying to check in on her the whole time. So I guess physically, there doesn't have to be a physical, like you don't have to be fit to be a doula. But I think mentally, you don't have to be like this wrestler. Like one of the certification like requirements, wrestler.
Yeah.
No.
And I said I've been through it twice. I've been through it 3 times, as a matter of fact. But anyways.
I think it's just mentally like prepared.
So doula is another service that you offer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
And you won't be a wrestler coming in to wrestle them. So you need to explain that to the people who are.
What is a doula?
Yeah, what is a doula and what services that you specifically offer as a doula in,
Well, so as a doula, I am there to emotionally support mom, advocate if needed in the room. There's a lot of births going on at once, so the nurses are in and out when they're coming in, and I, as a doula, in there the whole time. So if she's needing something, I can go and get her a popsicle or something, or help her adjust her, because we need to keep her moving.
That's where you go in and pick her up, like, breathe.
Move her.
Oh my goodness.
Where am I going with this?
I don't know. I feel like we're in Bikram yoga right now, or hot yoga
It
in
is
here.
warm in here.
Doula
Stretch.
service.
Doula services. So right now I'm not taking on
Any
births. I'm on hold on getting any.
You got to get those elbows. You got to get those shoulders. Get them
I gotta
stronger.
add some wrestling classes.
You got to take some wrestling classes.
to my.
You're learning judo. You're here taking some judo classes right now.
But as a doula, just labor and delivery, I do still do some labor prep classes. So if mommy's wanting some labor prep classes, I can go to their home and we could work on the poses, the movements, stuff they're wanting to labor at home with their partner. Postpartum, so after baby's born, sometimes mom doesn't have family that's close by, and I go and help mom. I cook for her bake for her. It's where my culinary skills come to play. I help around the house, do a little light work, care for baby while she takes a nap or soaks in the tub.
Gotcha.
So my goal as a doula, postpartum doula, is caring for mom, holding mom, helping her heal after giving birth.
Okay, well, I'm so glad you came on the show. And I'm glad that, whether they knew or not, I'm so glad that they know you don't have to be a wrestler to be a doula. So I guess you can look at this camera and tell people how they can reach you, how they can get how they can get in touch with you as far as like your services, where can they come and join your yoga classes or whatever you want them to know. Where to take judo? Where you take judo?
Visit mamacitayoga.com. That's where you'll find my schedule, my services, about me, see the photos of all my mommies from past classes. And I have Instagram, so mamacita_yoga, Facebook the same, TikTok. You can find me on the social media platforms.
So that's MAMASITA. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So I appreciate you so much for coming down here and
Thank
being on
you,
the
Walter.
show. I had fun.
I had so much fun.
Okay.
It's a lot of laughter.
And I'll have to take one of your classes. So thank you.
Thank you.
Until next time, we'll see you. Peace.
Southside 457.